right, we are up against Portal here in 2 more tournament matches coming back for y'all here. All right, we're going for Stormy Blast is great. Apprentice Astrologer is great. Been really liking the Juno. Anna Gray is obviously amazing always. I'm all right keeping this hand. We should draw at least something to play on turn 3/4, hopefully. Could have debatedly mulliganed a little more aggressively for at least like a turn 4 play, but...
Looking for a spark of inspiration. Let me show you.
All right, I don't necessarily always kill that guy. Man, for the Apprentice Astrologer, I have so many hands with the Apprentice Astrologer where I don't really want to mulligan anything. And since I don't really want to mulligan any of this too badly, I can get rid of that Witch's New Brew. For those of y'all that potentially missed the first round of this that are watching this, I'm basically trying out just kind of all the good Runecraft cards right now, plus these Juno Visionary Alchemists and things like Apprentice Astrologer, coupled with Remy Ramy, who's just insanely strong always. And there's the Remy Ramy, so you're going to see how strong it is. All right, let's go ahead and take care of this guy. Get rid of the 1/1. Definitely engage the Earth Sigil. Earth Sigil? Yeah, Earth Sigil. And then that's going to set us up for the turn 4 Remy Ramy, which I still think is like one of the strongest turn 4 plays in the game, right?
Reach too high.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it. We're going to have an extra Earth Sigil. It's working out quite nicely. All right, if we can't at least kind of compete with this Portalcraft we're up against, then maybe this deck is just terrible. The only thing we're missing is 1 dimension climb early to be able to start getting it leveled up. But aside from that, the hand is pretty excellent. Okay, that card's obviously always quite strong, but I feel like the Anangrea, it's like, okay, we have to have something that can compete with this Alouette, and I feel like it's Anangrea. Wow, I'm really surprised they didn't evolve it, actually. Okay, maybe my opponent's just kind of bad. I don't know. This is going to put us in pretty good shape, right? Right? Hit that. My gosh, I mean, okay, it's feeling pretty strong. I guess I should have just evolved the Anangrea. Yeah, I guess I should have. I guess I made a mistake there. I should have just evolved the Anangrea to both save the 2 damage on this and end up with a 6/6, threatening, like majorly threatening next turn. Yeah, I guess that was a screw up, wasn't it? Darn. Okay, well. Okay, man, this is going to be quite tough for my opponent, I think, to get out of this. Oh boy, especially after I go ahead and maybe get set up this turn. I think I get set up this turn with the Juno, right? Yeah, I think I just put pressure here and go for the win. I'll have 2 Quans super evolve in a row, try to just kill. I could also get an evolution on one of these this turn to get in for more damage. That'll be 9. I think that is actually what I am probably going to end up doing. Question is, do I want to tick up Earth Sigil? And I think I will Earth Sigil. All right, let's see how this match goes, everybody. Here we go.
The legends are true. Dude, watch the thingamajig.
Go ahead and do this. Basically, my opponent's going to have to, well, they're either going to have to play that 6-drop and evolve to get some kills, or, which that might not even be enough at this point. They'll also get to kind of heal for 4. Or they would have to, like, play 2 copies. Okay, so that is what they'd have to play 2 copies of the artifact that deals $3 guys with that temporary card. Okay, super evolving, so they're going to get 2 kills.
Nothing but vice.
Okay, all right, we're going to get still 3 more damage. Could actually buff that guy up to get 5 damage in here. Where's my Stormy Blast at? 6. Hold off on the clones, but that's the right play. All right, this way I'll get the 3/3. Yep, we are. This is what we're going to do, I think. Yep, not great having to do it like this, but... All right, here we go. All right, yep, so we're going to get this and this here. Oh, all right, everybody. Can we beat a Portalcraft with this? Can we? Oh, can we? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, boom. All right, get 7 damage in. Putting them at 5. That is enough to where we can use a clone and we can get the 4 damage hit and the 1 damage, and we can get the kill. If they Orcus and Super Evolve, I believe that means we just win with the clone, right? Yeah, I think so. That's just a win. So now they're in a little bit tougher shape. They'd probably have to play another one of that healing 5/5, I think. We would then get to Stormy Blast and probably just play a regular clone at that point, maybe. Oh, all right. I think they're dead now, I think, right? Let's find out here how well this is going to do. I don't think there's a way out for them, right? This is how to beat Portalcraft in a tournament. Yes, we are in the lower bracket at this point. I did lose my first 2, everybody.
Let's do this together.
Wow, they're being forced to super evolve a Puppet Lancer. They're at least going to try to survive, and they're still not going to be able to survive. So that's it, everybody. All right. Oh, boy. All right. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. That's how you beat Portalcraft. And again, not totally uncommon for me to draw so many legendaries. It happens a decent amount because we got so much cycling in this deck. And I really do like this with the Remy Ramy. With the traditional spellcraft, you know, I feel like you can never put that early pressure on. Whereas with this deck, I really do like this kind of hybrid style where you can actually get these early pressure rounds like this, where you can actually get these kills with like a early Remy Ramy followed by Anangrea and things like that. All right, everybody, as is tradition, we're going to do a little daily pack here, daily pack intermission. And you may notice something a little bit special about this daily pack. That's right, we are getting another legendary on the account already. Oh boy, we have got a lot of legendaries on this account. The account is doing pretty well, I feel like, for free to play. Okay, this is gonna be big. Okay, Arya, Lady of the Woods. I've heard that that's supposed to be pretty good. I've not really used it, not even really played against it very much, but I've played against a few times. Basically makes it so all you get Storm and you also pick Super Evolve. All right, want to say the first one. Don't think I'm gonna be using Forestcraft, but hey, I'll happily pick up on that one. Are you kidding me? Daily free pack. Oh my gosh, I've already got another legendary from a daily free pack, everybody. So as is tradition, before the final match of this video, okay, all right, I think that's like my maybe second or third of that, so that's fine. I'll take it. All right, we are up against Dragoncraft again for our final round here. Dragoncraft and Portalcraft, those are basically the two decks. I think should be an aggressive Dragoncraft. All right, Demon Call. This is this card I've had one of to try to kind of test out in this deck. I'm going second. I think I'm mulligan that one. Stormy Blast, all right. Anangrea is always great. And I kind of like to keep the Dimension Climb, I think is good in my opening hand usually. Because I feel like it's, you know, it's basically only good in this kind of a deck. You get it in your opening hand. Oh boy. All right, well, hopefully we're going up against more of a control variant. This hand's a little slow. Okay, we are going against a control variant. All right, let's see how this match is going to play out, everybody. And I'm going to be fine to wait on the Anna and probably use my bonus play point for the Anangrea. All right, well, we're playing control, looks like. Go ahead and kill the 0-2, but I can also just evolve the Anangrea next turn. Okay, well, this is kind of one of the worst hands I've had ever with this deck, but at the same time, not really, because of the way my opponent's deck is playing. It ended up probably being actually quite good, and they've only got a 1-2 here. Do I even really care? Do I even really need to do anything here? I could literally just Stormy Blast it away. Don't really need to Anangrea here, or even use up the evolution. But the William might be good. Yeah, I guess let's do it. We'll put a little early pressure. Ooh, I don't know if this is right or not, everybody. I don't know. The Stormy Blast will get better, so I can actually blast something away. All right, let's do this.
Defeat is not an option.
Everybody, did I waste my evolution? Don't know. It does give me a nice board here. It also gets me a little bit kind of stilted on my plays. Yeah, I guess I probably just didn't really need to do that, did I? I don't know. I get to Stormy Blast 4/4 next turn, and then basically do nothing again. All right, there's a homework time. That's nice. All right, so I think it worked out all right. It forced them to have to use an evolution also. Ooh, and we get to put a Witch's New Brew out if I even want to do that. Do I want to use the Witch's Brew? Yeah, I think we can put the Witch's New Brew out. And then, yeah, I'm all right with this. Yeah, this works for me. All right, everybody.
I leave the rest to you.
All right, I think we can win this. We've got basically all the pieces. We've got everything we need for the control victory. We've got the Ruler of the Cocktease plus the early Dimension Climb. We've got a William, which is going to be great, I'm sure. 2 Quans, which will end up getting us to that kind of ending. Might even save the regular evolution for the Ruler on the turn it comes out, and then followed up with a Dimensional Climb. We've got all the pieces we need in there. Okay, that's interesting. This is like 2 copies of the same deck we're playing in a row. Is this like a new meta deck or something? Vicescale Herald, Store for Defense. I can see how that can be good. I've been playing a very similar card myself. All right, do we go ahead and use the Quone here with the Evolution? Pretty sure we do, actually. Pretty good pressure early. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
To the edge of what's known.
Have to kind of force them to do some stuff here. We get to kill the 4/4 for free with the Quone. The 2/1 will hit into the 0/2. Let's go ahead and do it. And then since they were on playing first, they're going to be a little bit more limited on their options of what they can do. Probably going to have to play that 7 drop to wipe our board and get a discard, which will be a play. Okay, nope. Just an Apollo there. We're going to have to evolve that, I'm sure. Really going to be that great, is it? Yo, is this card really that good? Apollo Heaven's Envoy. I've been seeing it played like all the time. Like everybody's playing this card, right? Is it really that good? Okay, there's a strike. Okay. All right. I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm all right with that. That worked out fine, right? That was pretty solid. Even got this to go ahead and draw. Quite happy with where things are at now. I could even go ahead and play another one of these. I don't really need to. It is good. It does kind of put a lot of pressure on the opponent. Then we'll be able to follow it up with the 2 Williams. We're going for the Ruler victory. Yeah, I'm all right with it. Let's do it.
To the edge of what's known. Get lost.
Kill this with the 3/3, still have all the stuff left. Yep, and then we're going to have 2 Williams to basically stall us out till turn 10, play the ruler, and then basically plan on dimension climbing for the victory. All right, let's see it play out. Wow, all they've got is a draw 2 there. Oh man, that's just, oh boy, okay. They're getting up to an early 10 mana, but I'll play a defender probably next turn to make sure they can't start smacking our face. Looking smart is going to be quite good here. So the plan here, I think, is going to be basically Rammy, up this by 1, and then probably looking smart. Do I even use the look smart? See here, we could also start going face 5, 6, 7, get them down to 10, but we don't have the final Quan in hand. Got 9 cards in hand, quite a lot. Rammy, play the Rammy, and the looking smart. We're back up to 9. We're gonna burn a card. All right, boy, I don't know.
I see.
All right, that's my play, everybody. I don't really need to burn anything. I got such a strong hand. I think it's good enough. Gives us some protection, so our opponent can't just start totally burning us out with 5 damage to the face, even if they get the 5 damage to the face. All right, that's what they're gonna lead off with. That should be pretty decent. We are gonna end up Williaming, I think, in return. Okay, there's just, okay, that's no big deal. Yep, that's no big deal. Are they even gonna burn the super evolve? They might not. Maybe they won't burn it here. All right, dimension climb down. I think we can get the dimension climb down all the way to 0 because we William, then we evolve it to get spell boost 2, and then we've got 2 more spells. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. How much does this guy do? This guy does 9. This one does 14. All right, everybody, you are gonna get to witness the dimension climb victory. I'm about nearly 100% sure here that we will pretty much just win the game off of this. So since we're gonna already go ahead and draw anyways, let's start with the draw first. Not that it's probably gonna not matter, but all right, then we will go ahead and do the William.
This is not the end.
Yep. Then we're going to go ahead and looking smart here. We are going to burn a card, but fine. And then we'll get the dimension climb down to 0.
None shall escape the lash of my flame.
Oh, you're asking for a hex,
My
mate.
only final decision is this Witch's Brew, if we engage the Witch's Brew, and don't really need to. So, all right, everybody, this should be a win. Okay, that's not even going to be close to doing it. All right, everybody, enjoy.
One strike fatality.
Oh my god, what is my opponent doing? All right, they're just terrible, I guess. Sorry, everybody. I draw 3 cards. All right, cool. Here we go, everybody. Enjoy getting to just kind of enjoy this victory here. All right, dimension climb.
Next round.
We honestly probably shouldn't have even done the dimension climb, to be honest. Oh, I think we made a mistake, but we're rewarded. I think we should have actually just saved the dimension climb because there was no way our opponent could kill us next turn. I don't know. What do y'all think? We should have saved the dimension climb. We were rewarded for possibly a misplay there. It's hard to say if it was a misplay or not. Oh my god. Oh, that was great, everybody. All right, well, we ended up at a respectable, can we call this a respectable 2-2, I guess? And we'll end the video there. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. If you go back and watch my first 2, I feel like I probably could have won. Could I have won? I don't know. You'd have to go back and relook and investigate. Like, there was some possible victory route. I'm a little disappointed. I feel like, I mean, I know I misplayed for sure in the first one against the Portalcraft. Oh man, but yeah, it's all right. I'll take 2-2. Everybody, this is the 0 to Hero series, so we're halfway. We started at 0. We're now 2-2. We're halfway to being a hero. So maybe we'll say we have to also win a tournament to get to the full hero status on this series. Feel free to check out the playlist if you want to kind of keep up with what's been going on. Subscribe if you want to keep up with where I'm at in the journey. And you can comment and like and all that stuff for the algorithm if you want. But whatever, just do whatever you want. See you later, everybody.